let's try this again. If someone who's watching can be so kind and send me a comment and let me know that the sound is fixed, I will appreciate that. And therefore, we don't have to waste anyone's time. You can either post a comment on the bottom, either on Facebook or YouTube, or you can text me. But I guess I'll start in just a moment. In the meantime, I do plan to once again begin these programmings. Here I see a comment. Working. Okay, thanks, Mitchell. Thanks for letting me know. We're working. We're good to go. In fact, what just happened now is so connected to what I was planning to speak about. So it'll give me just another lesson to teach you. But anyway, good morning, my friends. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be able to resume these kind of classes in the morning. So many of you have shared how meaningful it was to you. And now that we're in this groove, I plan to do this 3 times a week, as you've seen in the email. We'll start off on a Sunday, this coming Sunday, with a Lox Bagels and Life, a virtual session, a maybe 10, 15-minute conversation to get the week started. Then Wednesday, a midweek boost. And then Shabbat Friday, before Shabbos, we'll have a pre-Shabbat sermon. And you can always go to this website, jewishcenter.info/Rabbi Shem Tov. And there you'll be able to see the upcoming classes, always have the latest links. So if you're ever in the mood, Wednesday morning, Sunday morning, or Friday afternoon, if you go to this website, you'll see the link. You can click in. And if you aren't able to make it on this link, jewishcenter.info, Rabbi Shem Tov, you will have all the recordings of the previous sessions. So a new beginning, a new start, and we're ready to roll. So my dear friends, let me get rid of that. My dear friends, I decided to begin with our midweek boost instead of waiting till next Sunday because I think we all need a boost. As Americans, regardless of what side you're on, Republican, Democrat, nobody's happy. Those whose candidate won wish that the other candidate would just concede. The other candidate who didn't win, they feels that they did win and they're going to fight it, and everyone's entitled to their day in court. And nobody's happy. Everyone's just frustrated as once again, after all, it's 2020 and things just aren't working out the way we envisioned, the way we imagined. And this is something I want to talk about. And I want to dedicate my session this morning to a very, very important individual, a very special Jew, you may call him a towering Jew of our generation, Rabbi Lord Dr. Jonathan Sacks, the former chief rabbi of London who passed away this week. Olav Hashalom, passed away on Shabbos, actually. And he was a very, very special individual. In addition to him being the chief rabbi of London for many years, of England for many years, he was really a chief rabbi of the world in a sense that he was a master teacher. He wasn't just restricted to his pulpit or his community, but through the many, many books and essays and YouTube videos, he managed to teach authentic Judaism to a modern world. And he was unapologetically a man of faith, belief in God and the Creator, in God's communication with creation through the Torah, the basic tenets of Jewish faith, yet very grounded within the reality of the world we live in. And he would many times teach that to him it's not a conflict. Science and faith is not a conflict. On the contrary, it's a partnership. And that's something I want to talk about today. Because when we look around what's going on in this world for the last week, or in America, let's focus on America now, there's such a disruption in what we would have felt would be the norm. And what we felt was you go to elections, a contested, a heated election, you go to sleep, maybe next morning, middle of the night, you find out who won and you move on. And we're still a week later and there's a lot of issues. And it can make you very frustrated. It can make you very upset and disappointed and just down. And that's what I feel in the many people that I deal with and communicate with. And this is a challenge, not about faith. This is a challenge about how we live our life. Do we allow things to get us down, things that are really beyond our control? Or is there a better way? Is there a different way? And the way of Torah, especially the way that it's been taught through the masters of Hasidic teaching, is that there is a better way. Because everything in this world has a lesson. Everything in this world teaches us something. Because as we've mentioned so many times, our Creator does communicate with us. It doesn't sound like a human, male, heavy voice, I'm the Lord your God. God communicates to his creation through creation itself. And many times when there's things that go on around us that we just don't understand, or we don't want to understand, or just frustrates us and is not working out the way we thought it should work out, maybe there's a lesson there. Everything has a lesson. But especially when the things are not working out the way we are, there's even a greater lesson. So instead of allowing yourself to be brought down by the frustration and the disturbance of the event, allow yourself to be uplifted by the message that it can teach you, because that is your Creator teaching you a lesson. I always love the saying, when you're down to nothing, God is up to something. And that's the way we connect. And therefore, I want to speak about a message, a lesson that I've learned over the last week in the process of this election. And something that I think strengthens our ability to have faith, and to have faith in a very real, grounded way. I was sitting I guess it was Tuesday, a week ago Tuesday, and we were watching online the election returns. And I was fascinated by the commentators that were going through the maps, and they were showing that this is the path for Biden, this is the path for Trump. If he wins this, in that state, then he will, that's his road to victory. And if this candidate goes this way and all these states come together, that's his vote to victory. And then they would zoom in on a country and then on a state, and then take, some states are different countries, but they would zoom in on a state and then go into each county and then each district, and the blue and the red, and this was blue and turned red, red turned blue, and this election, that election. They had it all figured out, which county, which district needs to produce which votes to be able to go this way. And I was thinking of that. And I was thinking, look at an election. An election is, it's important. Elections are very important. But it's a slice of life. It's a slice of reality in a particular place at a particular time for particular individuals. And everything just has to work and click in a certain way for it to be able to be successful. In other words, things don't just happen. If things happen, you go back and you can backtrack how this happened. It's not just a madness. There's a science to it. There's so many things having to work together to be able to get you to that particular place. And then I think to myself, if that's for an election, think about life in general. The fact that you woke up this morning, the fact that we're communicating, so many things have to work together. More than the thousands or hundreds of thousands of things that have to click on election night. We're talking about millions and billions of things have to coordinate for you to be alive, for you to breathe, for you to be able to communicate. Take one simple thing. We're redoing a broadcast now because 20 minutes ago, something didn't click right with the microphone and nobody could hear. So just the fact that we're doing this, so many things have to click together. And we have to be grateful for the fact that all these things do click together for us just to be alive, for us to be able to breathe, for us to be able to enjoy the things of life that we do enjoy. Requires so much of a masterful plan to allow it to get to work. And this is a lesson that I learned that night. I learned the night of how appreciative I need to be and how many positive things are working. There's billions of things that are positively working for me to be alive. And I need to focus on that blessing as opposed to the handful of things that are not working. And if, God forbid, it's more than a handful, how many things are not working out compared to the so many things that are working out? And that just gives you a whole different perspective of life. Let us not forget the blessing of life itself and the incredible amount of success that brings, And that not in a way to overshadow those things that are challenging to us, not in a way that dismisses the things that are not working out, but in a way to give us the strength, the courage, and the inspiration to be able to overcome challenges with the positivity that exists within each and every one on such a positive way. If we can just put your life on a screen and start to break out the counties and all the little things in your life that are working out, we would be a happier people. And happier people produce greater results. So this is our boost, our midweek boost. Focus on the billions of things that are working out in your life to allow you to be a little bit upset about the things that aren't working out. And hopefully that will give you the strength, that will give you inspiration, and that will allow you to deal with the things that you are able to deal with. There's a lot more I want to share about the elections and what I have learned from it to strengthen my faith in a creator, to strengthen my faith in goodness, and to strengthen my faith in an optimistic way of life that inevitably will allow us all to flourish and be successful. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you again Friday afternoon at 2:00. And as I mentioned before, you can always go to this website, jewishcenter.info/Rabbi Shem Tov. You'll be able to get the links for our live sessions and the recordings of our previous sessions. For now, have a great day. I love to say shalom and be positive. There's so much to be grateful for. Things will work out. Bye-bye.